chasing your dreams. DJ B, turn the place, everything. Marriage and relationships are not about rings. Trying to raise a family is so insane. He tries to keep politics off the brain. But sitting in the questions, he might just scream. Business and entrepreneurship is his thing. There is society, then there is reality.
That's my dad. That's my dad.
Welcome. I am here. I am BBT, and you can ask me anything. How y'all doing tonight? I'm doing pretty good. I was out watching a couple basketball games, watching baseball, and now I'm home. I said I wanted to jump on here and say a few things before I go to bed. But I hope you're having an amazing night. I hope you had an amazing day. I hope you're ready for an amazing tomorrow. So, one thing about me, as I put in my bio, like I'm a forward thinker. I'm always trying to figure out ways to create a situation where you process everything that's going on right now to create a better tomorrow. And I feel like that's what I bring to the table. Since I've been who I've been, I've never met a person like me. And I'm sure everybody can say that they've never been a person like them. But I mean it. And I mean it. And you should mean it. But I mean it from my perspective because I've always been in circles and environments where there's no one like me. Like I would never take a check. And what I mean is that once I realized my value and my worth, I realized that I bring a lot of value to the table, despite what I don't know or I don't have. I realized a long time ago that I bring a lot of value to the world. And so for me, I won't take a check. I'm going to always understand that I bring ultimate value to whatever situation I'm in. And there's no amount of money that can buy me off. So I'm different. And I hope you feel like you're different too. So anyway, this is going to be a quick show. I just wanted to jump on here and say a little bit before I go to bed. I had a lot of thoughts going through my head. I saw a lot of tweets that resonated with me. And I want to open up and introduce you all to a new segment that I came up with when I was out. So anyway, let's jump into these tweets. First tweet. Hold up. Let's see. First tweet. NFT Now says breaking. Instagram has officially become an NFT marketplace. So I want you all to realize, like right now, NFT is definitely not as hot and as popular as it was about a year ago. But from my experience, that's the best time to buy into something when everyone's not doing it. When you're like one of the only ones doing it, that's the best time to buy. When everybody's doing it, that's when you got to kind of look the other way and say, I'm going to wait it out. When everybody's doing it, that's when you get burned. And so from my experience, trust me, I have gotten to a situation where I followed the trends and what was hot and I got into it and I made a little bit of money, but ultimately I lost. So right now, NFTs, the concept in theory as a whole is amazing, but it had to get to a point where you got all of the people that just was in it for the money. You had to get them out of it. And right now, I think it's a perfect opportunity. And just to see this tweet, the Instagram, Facebook, they're starting to really, really embrace it. I'm just letting you know it might be an opportunity for you to buy. And I'm not giving you any financial advice. I'm just letting you know that hot streak that happened, it was great. A lot of people made money, but honestly, a lot more people lost money. So if you believed in the NFT concept, you may want to get it now. So next tweet. Survey: 34% of white college applicants fake minority status. They want to be us, but they don't want to be us. They want to be us, but they don't want to be us. Next tweet. My friend said he's having money problems. Here's his monthly budget. Mortgage, $2,500. Makes sense. Car payment, $400. Makes sense. You can relate. Utilities, $250. Options trading losses, $17,500. It gets the best of us. I lost that much with options. Twitter verification, $8. Man, no freaking way. Twitter for $8 a month? Why would I pay? Man, it's a scam. Elon Musk is a billionaire. It's no way he could charge $8 a month for me to be verified and get extra benefits. It's crazy. It's insane. What type of world we live in? Anyway, next tweet. Speaking to Bloomberg, a Morgan Stanley analyst estimated that the Yeezy line was responsible for more than 40% of Adidas profits, to the tune of between 1.5 and 1.8. I saw it in another thing. 1.5 and 1.8 billion in annual sales. Y'all can hate on the man, Ye, all you want. That man brought Adidas to the top. Adidas to the top. He brought Adidas to the top. I believe since the whole breakup with Gap. I don't know if Gap actually canceled him. I think they did, but I think the moment, I don't know. I read something. I don't know if it's factual or not, but I read something that Gap stock was down. I don't know. But it just goes to show that Yeezy is a brand in himself. And therefore, if he is a brand, why do I need to make Adidas 1.5 to 1.8 billion? Why can't I try to do it on my own? Even if I make 500 million, 400 million, 300 million, guess what? If I build it, I own it. It's mine. And now I can do what I want to do. I'm not subject to your rules. And I have to hire this person, do this and this and that. And so therefore, you got to embrace this, especially if you're black and you're listening to me. We got to embrace this concept. We can make everyone else money and we can look good. It's all good to look good. It's all good to say I'm a billionaire. It's all good to say I'm the shit. I get in all the clubs, blah, blah, blah. But what do you own? And that's been my thing and my theory for a while. What do we own? And I think that someone like Ye recognizes that. And so I think that more of us need to support that mindset and that concept. So anyway, next tweet. Kyrie Irving turned huge talent into even greater waste as he tarnishes identity. That's what the New York Post said. And this post said Kanye was 10,000% correct. Man, you speak out and you don't just shut up and dribble, or shut up and catch a pass, or shut up and throw a football. Your enemy number one. You should be happy that you are making money and you're making us billions, but you should be happy that you're making monies and you don't own shit. You should be happy. Just shut up and dribble, shut up and catch a pad, shut up and throw a football. Nah, Holmes. Nah. At the end of the day, people like Kyrie, he's studying his past, he understands his value. And it's just interesting that all of the major publications are pushing this agenda that Kyrie's a bad person, Ye's a bad person. And we're just falling for it. We see these headlines and we just go, man, Kyrie's an idiot. Man, he's an idiot. Man, he dropping the bag. He losing. Nah, man. Yeah, Holmes. He understands his value and you need to understand yours. Anyway, next tweet. Tom Nash. I am Tom Nash says, gotta love Elon. Man owns Twitter for less than a week. gets more done that it should be it should have been than the entire Twitter management in the past 7 years. Listen, I don't discriminate. I saw this tweet and it resonated with me. But anyway, gets more done than the entire Twitter management in the past 7 years. Tom Nash, spell check Holmes, Grammarly does well. But anyway, the point of the tweet is that Elon is kicking ass. Elon is kicking ass. Elon is kicking ass. Elon is kicking ass. Yeah, I'm a fan of Elon been for a while, and yeah, he's doing a lot, and I think that he's going to change lives with how not only the fact that he took it over and he is changing things, but he's writing the mix, man. If you follow him, he's tweeting, he's talking shit, he's responding. You're gonna see in the next tweet. Anyway, next tweet. Will China and India become the world's, or not on this one, maybe the next one? Will China and India become the world's top economies? It depends. Um, I deal with a lot of folks from India, and what I will say and what I love about those folks is that not only they are skilled in what they do, they are great people. They're respectful. They work hard and they're respectful. I think that's everything in this new world. We got everybody that's arrogant and thinking they know everything and whatever. Indian people are respectful. And for me, that means a lot. Not only are you smart, you're respectful. So, yeah, I think that this is a possibility. I'm not a big fan of Forbes, but sometimes they pull some headlines that I want to talk about. But will China and India become the world's top economies? I think so. I think that the US will still be there because we know what we're doing. Although we got our issues, we know what we're doing. So, but I do think China and India will be the tops. So I did have one more tweet. Hold on one second. LMAO at a billionaire earnestly trying to sell people on the idea that free speech is actually an $8 per month subscription plan. Basically, Elon Musk responded and said, "Thank you for your comments. It's still $8 a month." And so I thought it was funny as hell that Elon Musk is bringing such candor and comedy to Twitter. Like, you can complain all you want, and I get your thoughts and your comments. But at the end of the day, it's $8 a month. So anyway, that's the tweet for the day. Sorry. All right, I got one more segment, and I'm gonna get out of here really quick. Before I go into the next segment, I wanted to talk a little bit about the fact that if the reports are true, Ye and Yeezys contribute to 40% of Adidas profits. So the fact that you've cut Ye, let's see what happens. I mean, they're saying they're going to still make the Yeezys, but obviously, if people know the Yeezy is not behind it, I don't think people are going to buy it. I'm sorry. So Adidas, let's see. I already said on my Twitter, like, I'm done with Adidas. I appreciate the fact that I do go to the Adidas outlets. I buy your shoes for my kids, and I have always been an Adidas fan since a kid. But when you do my boy wrong like that, I have a problem with it. And I still have Adidas. I'm not gonna burn my shit. I'm not an idiot. But am I gonna keep buying your product? Nah. So let's see what happens with Yeezys out of the picture. So all right. I do have a new segment. I want to do this before I go. I didn't mean to be on here this long. I meant to be on here for about 10, 15 minutes at the most. So I got a new segment. So I always talk about like the fact that like I'm a visionary. I know what I'm doing. I've been saying it before it happens. Blah, 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 blah. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. So anyway, the first one that I want to show you is 7 years ago on today, November 2nd. So this show is probably going to air on November 3rd, but I started this thought on November 2nd, so it's technically November 2nd, so ignore the dates. But anyway, I said God gives us all. Some just try harder, work smarter, take risks, responsibility better, and respond better to adversity. I feel like that's the root of life, right? At the end of the day, we all are given these gifts and we're given these abilities. But some people like Elon, he says, fuck it, I'm gonna try. And I'm not saying Elon isn't a genius, he hasn't done this, but there's other geniuses. There's very smart people. I've met a lot of smart people, but they're not willing to risk anything when they're not willing to step outside the box to try to do something great. They're just going to stick with being smart. They're going to stick with telling everyone that they're smart. But at the end of the day, they're not sacrificing their livelihood to try to make a better tomorrow. And so I do think that it's not just about being smart, it's understanding how smart you are, working smarter, taking risks, and responding to adversity. Because at the end of the day, how many of you can deal with all the shit that Elon's dealing with running Twitter? So next visionary moment for BBT. 7 years ago today, I said, there are many ways to do things, yet so many of us do the exact same things. DC area. This just goes to show that our mindsets are limited to our circles. And I'm sorry, this just goes to show that our mindsets are limited and our circles are too small. Got to read more, travel abroad, get a little uncomfortable, and dream bigger. There's so many ideas still untapped and so many lives to change. If you were asked to start a business, what would you do and why? I've been saying this for a while. The moment I stepped out of the United States and traveled abroad, my mind changed. Even though the first time I traveled out of the country, the trip was bullshit. I went with some friends on some trip to Mexico, but it changed my life. And then when I started doing my own, I realized, oh shit, we fucked here in the States. And so it just changed my mindset. It allows me to, it allowed me to see like so much more than the limited mindset that I had in the DC area. So anyway, next visionary moment. November 2nd, 2016, I said, history shows us that it does not matter who is in power or what revolutionary forces take over the government. Those who have not learned to do for themselves and have to depend solely on others never attain any more rights or privileges in the end than they had in the beginning. Carter G. Wilson, Carter G. I said, Wilson, what's wrong with me? Carter G. Woodson, The Miseducation of the Negro. One of the best books ever for Black folks. I feel like instead of making us read the books that you make us read in elementary, this should be a requirement in our community. So definitely read that book. But this is says a lot. No matter who is in office, we got to look out for self. We got to keep empowering self. So, anyway, next visionary moment from BBT. 6 years ago, I posted something about Eartha Kitt, conceived by rape, born on a cotton plantation, spoke 5 languages, sang in 7, and recorded the hit song Santa Baby, July 1953. She was a bad woman. I love that woman. I love her music. Listen to the old stuff. She is amazing. So, next visionary moment from BBT. Oh, shoot. I got the dates wrong. This is actually November 2nd, 2015. So, one of the interesting parts about what I do is hearing the word no, especially when you truly believe in what you're doing. While some people let it frustrate and discourage them, I'd use it for motivation and just tell myself, I got to do a better job next time. The life of trying to build something. I mean, for me, I'm sharing this because I am always trying to improve and be better and to not only look out for me, but to build a better world tomorrow because I got kids and I just want to see my people do better. So, yeah, I mean, I said that 7 years ago, and it still rings true today. I'm never changing. You can give me $1 billion right now. I'm not changing. It just is what it is. Anyway, next visionary moment from BBT. 4 years ago today, November 2nd, 2018, I said, people hate on what they don't understand. And oftentimes it's hard for people who think they know you best to accept your growth, successes, and new perspectives. I realized this a long time ago. Like, I mean, I love everybody that I've come in contact with. I love all my friends. Like, even though if I don't talk to you no more, I love you. But I just realized like we on two different wavelengths. Like I'm trying to go here, not saying I'm better, and you're going there, or you're stuck here and blah blah blah. Once again, I'm not saying I'm better. I just realized like to get where I'm trying to go, I gotta move on. And we can still love each other from a distance. We can still remember memories that we had. But for me to get where I'm trying to go, I got to keep growing, got to keep meeting new people, and I got to keep progressing. So, anyway, next visionary moment from BBT. 4 years ago, November 2nd, 2018, I said 7 out of 10 businesses fail within 10 years. I ran a business for 12 plus years and sold it successfully. It still blows my mind. Selling a business is one of the hardest things for any entrepreneur to do. I remember when my grandma suggested I start a business back in 2001, and I thought she was crazy because I wanted to work in corporate America. Well, I quit everything and I did it. Where I come from and what I've overcome, this is considered winning. Yes, 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 yes. You want to know why I think my grandma was the most influential? You want to know why I think my grandmother was one of the most influential women of all time? She had that mama's cooking, like Kwame Brown says, is because she saw something in me I didn't even see. I thought I knew what I was doing. I ain't have a clue. And so she saw something in me that God probably put in her, that she put in me when I wasn't even ready for it. And yeah, so I mean, I sold a business, y'all. I sold a goddamn business. Business. And if I had to do it over again, I probably wouldn't have sold it because the IRS is a bitch. But I sold the business. Just sold this. Sold the business. A lot of people, they fail. I sold the business. All right, let me stop. That's stupid. I'm sorry. Anyway, next visionary moment from BBT. Oh, that's it. That's it. I think that's it. So anyway, the last thing I wanted to talk about was that Kyrie gave 500,000 to ADL, and if you don't know what ADL is, ADL. All right, I'll read it. Matter of fact, I'll share the screen so you can understand what it says. 1 second. So Kyrie issues joint statement with ADL. ADL is the Anti-Defamation League. If you never heard about that, I never heard about that until I got on YouTube and I've been following Kyrie and I realized there is a league, non-for-profit and whatever for everything. But anyway, Kyrie Irving joins statement with ADL saying, I admit the negative impact of my posts, commits 500,000 donation to eradicate hate. So anyway, shout out to Kyrie. Anyway, I think that when you are in a position of Kyrie, you make a lot of money for the NBA. Eventually, it's going to get to you. It's almost like with Ye. You feel strongly about your position on what you feel about, but after a while, it all weighs on you, weighs you down, weighs you down, weighs you down. And even though you feel it really strongly, you feel like you got to apologize or you got to do something to show that you're not the bad guy. And I feel like this is a little bit about what Kyrie just did. But I think we need to applaud Kyrie because he's still putting his money to doing something positive. So yeah, yeah. I think that's it. Listen, I gotta apologize. I do not mean to be on here this long. I literally oftentimes say I'm gonna be on here for like 5-10 minutes, but I started talking, I started sharing shit, and next thing you know, it's 30 minutes. But Kyrie, Kanye, pillars of the black movement, in my opinion. We need to stop beating them up and we need to start supporting them. And from my perspective, you don't know who I am. You probably stumbled on this because I put something in my title and it got me in the algorithm. And you're like, who is this guy? I like what he's saying, but you don't know nothing about me. I'm not perceived or recognized as anyone successful or popular. And I hope it stays that way. I told myself, if I ever make $1 billion, like, I don't want you to know who I am. I just want to do good and then until I leave this earth, and then my kids do the same. Like this fame and the celebrity, all that stuff is whack. Because think about Ye and Kyrie, you can feel strongly about a certain thing, have a position on something, but the powers that be, they weigh on you, weigh on you, and eventually you got to give in, and that's just the name of the game. So anyway, I think that's it. I'm out of here. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry if my words were slurred a little bit. I had a couple drinks. I did go out, watched a few games, and I had a good time. And ain't that what life is supposed to be about? And I should still be able to come on YouTube and share my truth because sometimes when you have a little bit of liquid courage in you, you get a little bit more confident and you share a little bit more. And even though the presentation may not be as perfect as you like or as perfect as I like, it's honest. And I think that that's what we need to do, have more honest conversations because that's what's lacking. The political world, everybody's lying. They're lying to get your vote. They're lying to keep their position of power and make their money. And what is that doing for you? Anyway, I'm out.